Welcome to World of X Games Real Ski. I'm your host, Tom Wallish, and we've got some amazing urban video parts for you today. What's so unique about X Games Real Ski and urban skiing in general is the creativity aspect. This is definitely one of the most creative aspects of skiing, including rails and features you would never see in a terrain park or anywhere. These athletes have the ability to choose what features they want to do, and creativity is going to be one of the big aspects for the judging panel.
I don't know if there's like a formula for a video that should win. I think that each team has an extremely different creative process.
Real ski is the highest level of urban skiing. All of the best rail skiers in the world doing the craziest stuff that's been done and taking it even further than that each year.
I want to see them go bigger than they ever have before, and if you're a creative skier, I want to see you be more creative than you ever have before. And so that's what I'm looking for in this contest.
This year for X Games Real Ski, we have one returning athlete. Mageau, fan favorite from 2019, is back again in Real Ski 2020. We also have 5 new all-urban athletes competing. Alex Hackel. He's creative, but also has the ability to spin in both directions onto all types of urban rails. Émile Bergeron. He's always known for going after some of the tallest, gnarliest urban features. Jesper Tjäder. He's known to go upside down onto and off of different features. Noah Albaladejo. Known specifically for his smooth and controlled style on every urban rail he hits. And Zahner, a wild card in the event, a guy that's up and coming in the urban scene. I don't even know what to expect from this guy.
Real ski is one of the most unique competitions in X Games, and it is so challenging to be a judge. All of us judges this year are ex-athletes of this event and know what it takes to film a real ski video part.
Now to get started, let's take a look at our judging panel. LJ Strenio out of Vermont is one of the most technical skiers, so he's done his fair share of first try tricks and never been done tricks. JF Houle out of Quebec, he's done some of the biggest urban features in ski history, so he's definitely going to be able to analyze these videos for how crazy they are. Mike Hornbeck out of Michigan is one of the most creative skiers in the rail game. He's going to be looking for the style and the creative influence in all of these real ski video parts. Kai Krapella out of Utah has some of the best rail balance in the game and can basically slide any rail you put in front of him. He will be a great judge of the scale and capability of the rail skills of all of these X Games Real Ski athletes. And your 5th and final judge for X Games Real Ski 2020 is me, your host, Tom Wallish. And as a previous X Games Real Ski competitor myself, nothing's gonna be sliding by me. I'm looking for the best of the best. This is World of X Games Real Ski. Welcome back to World of X Games Real Ski. Here's a little breakdown on how the judging is going to work. 40% of your score will come from your overall impression. So just that initial wow factor, what makes you want to watch that video again? 25% of your score is going to come from your tricks.
So tricks are pretty self-explanatory. It's what you're doing on your skis, but some of the elements of that are, how technical you're getting, how intense or, difficult a trick is, and then also how dangerous something is. Some tricks require a lot more rotation. Sometimes you don't have enough rail or air or time to do something, and that's a big factor in that.
Another 25% of your score is going to come from the creativity aspect.
We want to see like new stuff, like creative stuff that we haven't seen before, and it's kind of what's going to get most of our attention.
The final 10% of your score will come from the editing and filming of the video itself.
Are things hitting on beats and really giving you a feel, or is it kind of all over the place?
It's up to the filmer to make sure that they portray it the best way that they can, and edit it and put it together so it has the vibe and the feel that you are really looking for.
And without further ado, let's get started with X Games Real Ski 2020. Our first video, Alex Hackel and his filmer, Haven.
My name is Alex Hackel and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm definitely very honored to be one of the 6 chosen to compete in real ski. It really is one of the highest honors that you have in street skiing. That's something that gives a lot of credibility. Like for example, when I was in the 4th grade and they were giving out like awards at school, a lot of people were getting different awards like most likely to be president, and I got the award of most likely to compete in X Games. It kind of has that impact on people. Like people know what X Games is.
Your 2019 X Games Real Ski silver gold medalist, Par Fabian Hagglund.
Another day in the field.
So Paben is an absolutely amazing skier himself. And he also is an amazing filmer and has filmed some of my favorite ski movies. And having somebody that's also gone through the pressure of real ski, and like the fact that Par got silver last year, he knows what it takes to film a great video. Like he knows it from every single angle, inside and out.
It never struck my mind that I would film an X Games Real Ski, really. Because like my only goal has been to be in like the real ski, like on the skiing side. And I meet Hackel and we start skiing together, and he is with me like for the whole last year when I did my real ski part as a skier, and then he asked me if I wanted to film his part, and I was like, easy, of course.
But then when you look at it from up there, it feels like you're transferring, like this one goes in.
And it was this kind of tricky transfer route. And I've been like skiing for like 2 hours or something, and I hadn't committed to it yet. And I was like starting to get a lot of self-doubt, like if it could be possible or not.
I was just like, I have to do something, so he gets a kick in the butt and does it. So I strapped in and hit it.
And then after like 4 warm-up hits or something, he like went for the transfer. It proved that the transfer could go and proved that it could work.
But even like I hit it 2, 3, 4 times, and now I'm like, whoa, this impact is just too heavy on me. I just tell Kim in secret, I'm like, you can't tell Hackel, but I'm not gonna hit it anymore. But I'm gonna keep looking like I'm gonna hit it, so he thinks I'm gonna hit it, so he keeps skiing. And then he saw that it was possible, and then he laced it.
That feeling though? It's a great feeling. It really is. If you would have told me that this was reality 5 minutes ago, I don't think I would have believed you.
It's super important to have a good film crew around you. I think that is the difference between, a great ski video and a bad ski video, is the people that you surround yourself with. And I ski with not only my best friends, but I also ski with my heroes. And when I'm out at a spot with Magnus Grenier, Paben, and Kim Boberg, that's an amazing crew.
When Alex is skiing, it's just like there's so much dedication. Crazy amounts of dedication. From 2 years ago to now, he's doing tricks that I wouldn't have thought he was able to do at all. He just puts his mind to something, and then he just goes and goes and goes and goes until he gets there, which is freaking amazing to see.
It's like an atmosphere that like pretty much only the bunch can really have. Real ski's an event that you don't get a second chance unless you've done good your first chance. So you really have only one chance to like create something that you're proud of. My name is Alex Hackel, and this is my real ski video.
Hackel's edit from start to finish was just mind-blowing. All of these guys are gonna have 2 or 3 shots that are absolutely game-changing. And a lot of times differentiating these edits comes down to what didn't they do as well. And it was really hard to find that with Hackel's skiing.
I felt like he was repeating a lot of end drag, so that was one thing that was kind of, oh, maybe you should have like the trick he chose maybe. Overall, this part was really mind-blowing.
An amazing first video by Alex Hackel, and after this quick break, we'll be back to check in with Émile Bergeron's X Games Real Ski. Welcome back to World of X Games Real Ski. Our next video, Émile Bergeron and his filmers Cam Willis and B. Paul.
Émile has a very unique style. You can see some of that influence from some of the other Quebec riders. He's very smooth.
Goes big, he does solid, smooth tricks, and he's just on point.
My name is Émile Bergeron, and I'm from Lac-Beauport, Quebec. Getting a clip that makes the cut for real ski is a quite unique process. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the construction of a spot. You never know what you're getting into. It was so gnarly. I remember showing up and just being like, we are so over our heads on this one.
Came this morning, there was water in the landing, and as we were fixing it, the whole ice broke, and now there's a crevasse in the landing.
Yeah, we had to build that crazy run-in that was like hanging in the air basically. It felt like we were like beavers trying to do it. Crazy barrier, snow barrier kinda, to hold the snow. The landing was in the bottom of the dam, so when the river rise, it took out like pretty much all our landing and all the ice, and I kind of thought that our day was over when we showed up, but Émile was like, it'll go. And I was like, I mean, it will go, but it's like, God forbid anything bad really happens, like you're landing in water.
That scared him a bit, I think, before, so now he's battling in his mind. That's Urban. Really happy, man. This one was maybe the scariest one this year so far. Felt really good to get over the fear, and getting a shot is the cherry on top. The last one felt better, kinda.
This one was rowdier.
More together, kinda.
Yeah, this one was like definitely rowdier. It's crazy because like skiing is not a team sport unless you're filming for real ski. Your whole crew is playing like such a big role in the whole process. That's what makes a difference.
Super tight crew. We're basically 4 most of the time. Of course, people come and help us from time to time.
Everyone has to be on point. Everyone has to push it forward to make the magic happen, you know? The biggest thing it takes for real ski is patience. Patience are gold. Like, you cannot get in your head too much about getting kicked out, taking a fall.
I think if you want to improve that, you'd maybe do a grab, but I don't even think it's really that necessary.
I'm not the most technical skier, so you just gotta find a trick that works for you on a certain feature. That's why the preparation plays a big role. To me, like, preparation is like most of what urban skiing is. If you come up to a spot knowing exactly what you're gonna do, it's easier to get that clip. I feel like I really need to think about my trick a lot before jumping on the feature, and that's like a big role of what it is to me.
It's really crazy how the last 3 shots have just been stomped, and for like a normal skier, that would be the shot. He's gonna keep going until he feels it.
I think I could ski down it a little more.
Oh, whatever you think of.
I'm Émile Bergeron, and this is my real ski video.
Tout ce qui me reste, je l'ai parié sur palier pour un jeune pape. Et le bateau, le crib, les paiements sur les pièges valant du tapis. Un shout-out au clan qui m'appuie, mon armée garantie à vie. Qui me rappelle les sacrifices sont pour qui t'en besoin de bad. Les félans aveuglés par le profit. Comme au volant d'un char pas plaqué. Pas safe de rouler ni de parquer. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait avec le paquet? Si nous screws puis check les papiers du quartier, ils ont reçu un appel. C'est éjecté avant l'après l'arrestation, le capot papé. J'en connais qui s'en sont sauvés sur un timing parfait. Plus jamais en prison avec des projets dont t'es pas prêt. À Sudbury, Sarajevo, Elbev en Basseville. Arrête qui se donne fun, on fait ça back to back.
And I go straight to battle love comme un pain dessiné. On ne peut connaître tant d'autres qui sont dessinés. Puis on va tricoter avec durant le week-end, yes week-end. Comme ces shit nous étaient prédestinés. I might just catch un peu de cob puis le faire tourniqueter. Mais c'est pas ce qui ramène le soleil dans nos cœurs de palmier. I mean, le plat qui est tellement chaud, y'a rien qui change le premier. L'échec qui rentre à 30 puis il te reste plus de chance le premier. J'suis comme un coureur de fond de marathon, il est long en essai. J'suis mince comme ton esprit dans sa notion de blow-up dans l'industrie. Dans le temps c'est pelé. Aujourd'hui c'est polé. Mets de l'eau dans ton vin comme un alcool qu'on essaye d'épauler. J'suis Saint-Jean-Baptiste, mais j'rime comme easy. C'est un nouvel artiste, si t'es vieux, faut que tu fasses de la place. Avant que tu pourris, j'vais à la mairie pour mon boy Ali en 2018. Rappelle-toi de Joël, c'est longtemps fait ça premier ministre. Back to back.
You know, your initial reaction to Émile's part is, holy crap, that was heavy. Like, he had heavy spots in there, and it only gets better each time you watch it.
You know, this year the real ski judges are all past athletes, so we've all been there and we've all competed, and I think his skiing is the kind that speaks to all of us.
So smooth, and I really like that a lot of his tricks were really proper. Maybe not the most technical, but definitely the largest. I mean, if you could add up like the heights that he dropped or jumped up or whatever, I bet it would double any of the other competitors.
That was an absolutely stunning video by Émile Bergeron. And our next contestant, our returning 2019 fan favorite, Jake Mageau, and his filmer, Oliver Hoblitzel.
We kind of have a switching of the guard right now. My generation of urban skiers is starting to age out, and there's this new generation of urban skier coming in, and one of the guys leading the charge is Mageau. And
he's created his own persona within skiing, and I really respect that, and so I'm get excited anytime he puts out anything new.
My name's Jake Mageau. We're in Salt Lake City, and I'm from Bend, Oregon.
Jake Mageau is our returning fan favorite for 2019, so we knew we had to bring Jake back. He was off the podium, but the fans loved him. We loved his video. It was so close. Probably should have been on there in my opinion, so I'm so happy to have Jake Mageau back competing in X Games Real Ski 2020.
To win that was definitely pretty refreshing.
All of a sudden get a call and find out that we won and that we were getting invited back was awesome.
The process can be pretty intense sometimes.
I'm about to get the butterflies. Like a bloody fish.
Last year didn't quite feel fulfilled because I dealt with a lot of injury.
Your shoulder all good? All good? Yeah. Maybe one of the things that we were docked on was hitting a lot of smaller stuff, and Jake is totally capable of hitting big spots.
What, third hit? It's a charm.
We did a lot of improvising this year. Mageau had talked about wanting to hit this really big spot, like roof to roof gap.
I spent the night here at this house, and I was Ubering back to my truck in the morning and just was staring out the window, and it was like, whoa, that looks possible, kinda. Walking up the ladder for the first time was just as scary as jumping off the roof for the first time because it was so max extended out and
wobbly. Ski boots with ladders is not a good combination.
If it's not spot on, and if you're not spot on, there's such a good chance of something really bad happening.
For most of the clips that we got, Jake is not going to want to try it again after he gets it. It's crucial as a filmer for something like this that you don't screw up.
My name's Jake Mageau, and this is my real ski video.
Jake's part was completely mind-blowing. For me, Mageau is not the kind of guy who will throw like a double cork. He showed us that he could do those crazy stuff and also have this crazy core urban size. Definitely got the whole package.
I love the filming, I love all the angles, just the, I don't know if it's called oversaturation or whatever it is, but it was just like a lot of the snow is like super blown out. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing by any means, but if I had to pick one thing I didn't like, it would be the color.
One of his best tricks last year was this nollie backflip that he did. Didn't expect him to be able to find any kind of variation of this, and even after watching this trick 10 times, I still don't get it. But watching something that creative and unique after all of these massive features is something that just made me realize that, yeah, Mageau is one of the best urban skiers that has like ever been, and totally belongs in this contest and belongs somewhere at the top of the field as well.
Another amazing video by Jake Mageau. We'll be right back with more action on X Games Real Ski. Welcome back to World of X Games Real Ski. We're about halfway through with 3 more videos left. Our next video comes to us from Jesper Tjäder and his filmer, Judith Bergström.
My name is Jesper Tjäder and I'm from Sweden.
He knows what he wants and he has like very clear visions. I think he's the best person, obviously, because he's my boyfriend.
I did some street stuff with Field Productions, and then since then I've done the unrealistic projects.
When he puts out something like unrealistic, everybody's gonna watch it because it's gonna be some of the nuttiest things you've ever seen.
And we knew that he's probably one of the most different skiers of this group.
This kind of contest fits me. Every skier should try something like this to really get to show their skiing how they want to show it. Because in contests you have 2 runs and that's it, and here you can really focus on that trick you want to get.
Our strategy is, since Jesper is competing in both World Cups and other competitions, we film basically every day he's home.
I've been home for like 15 minutes, and now we're gonna eat dinner, and then check out a new spot here in town I haven't seen. I got some information about a nice downrail. We're gonna see. I thought it was gonna be crazier to combine the contest season and the real ski filming season. Filming is kind of hectic, and then you get to the contest and you can like chill during the evenings, and it's kind of like the rest with a week of rest.
How's the in-run feeling?
Actually really good. It's fast. That's not very common in the street. You have fast speed into a rail.
It's just me as a filmer, so we have to keep it at a level where we don't overdo it. It has to be manageable for me.
Just gotta work on the timing, because I drop in from over there. She's gonna drop in next to the rail. I'm really stoked so far. I got some different spots, some tricks I've been thinking of for a really long time. Also learned a new trick, 270 on to flip out. Tried to do it before, but never got it. I'm stoked to get it in the streets for the first time. My name is Jesper Tjäder, and this is my real ski video.
Jesper Tjäder is one of the most technical rail skiers in the game. His video is filled with switch-ups, big spins, so many flips, and the closing shot is one of the cooler shots in the entire video competition. He's spinning onto a rail and then doing a backflip out of this closeout rail, so unique to him.
He has the potential to win this contest, but I felt a little let down. It felt like kind of a GoPro edit to me. We got the other 5 guys giving it their all, like doing it, traveling all over the world and chasing snow and like, you know, having their old friends and breaking themselves over it. And then there's somebody who doesn't seem like they're gonna give it really much of an effort at all. Like, I personally find that offensive.
Some serious technical maneuvers there from Jesper, but our next video comes to us from the style master himself, Noah Albaladejo, and his filmer, Pepe Sanchez.
I'm Noah Albaladejo, and I'm from Andorra.
I'm approaching this contest with my heart and all my motivation and my passion. Because it's the contest that I love the most in this world, and we're gonna put all our work into it.
We have like similar point of views of the street riding, so we're trying to show our style in the video part, which is not easy.
First spot we hit, we didn't have a lot of snow, so I crashed and went through this little snow that we had and hit myself on the ground with my elbow pretty bad. I had to go to the hospital, get stitches done, interior and exterior stitches. Then I had to recover and go back to the spot to get the clip I wanted. And we had the clip. But after that, we were shooting for the in-run shot that Pepe couldn't do all together. And I crashed again on the second day of going to the spot into a tree. And I got concussed for like 5 seconds. So that made us go for a second time on the same spot to the hospital. So that was very, very tough, and that was a very intense beginning where I was seeing that it was going to be a rough 3 months.
Yes! Yes, bro. Looks so gnarly. I'm hyped.
And different.
And different for sure. Looks like a lot of street style. I'm stoked.
I've been riding a lot of years, and I've been doing a lot of video parts also, and when you finish your video part, it's really difficult to be 100% proud of it. You always have like, oh, I would like to do that, or I'm missing with this trick, or the angle is not the best one. My first principal goal is like get to show Noah's skills and Noah's style, because for me it's like pretty much unique.
To get those 5-7 second shots that we're trying to get, there is so much work behind it. So the process is very hard. You always need a lot of help from other people that are stoked to help you.
The crew is amazing. My brother, Pepe's brother, and they work hard for this project. I'm hyped. It's like we all own it and we all on it. That's it. We are almost done.
You always need homies that can shovel for you, other filmers that can make second, third angles. It's a very hard process, and it takes days to get clips. It would be amazing to win, but my goal is to show to the world my style, my filmer style, and my dream part.
I'm Noah Albaladejo, and this is my real ski video.
How would you like a swift punch on the nose? A man's been done an injustice. Not exactly.
Turn it up. Daffy on your radio dial. Stay tuned to the bass, yo. You know we keep it raw. The powers got your back to the wall, but tonight we gon' party like it's 1984. The Empire strikes back, heavy like an Aztec, steady like the Ottoman, ready with the hazmat, black on the star line, take you to the far side. The new world awaits and taking fire on. Welcome to Babylon, where the streets ain't calm since BC. We been raining on, feel it thunderstorm. From Zeus when he clashed with the Titans, Leviathan biting tidal waves from Poseidon. Across the landscapes that cause the earthquakes, the cost to cross gates, a price that's man-made. Show bargain for the trade, a slaughter for the game. Bring honor to a name, a march into the flames. Yeah. Would you fight for me? Would you live for me? Then come away with me. 1984. Whoa. 1984. 1984.
Noah's was just definitely had the best style of any of the edits.
Definitely had a really good vibe to the whole edit when you go into that 10% filming and editing. Like, I think his filmer did a great job there. And
that's something that's gonna hold weight because it's a good watch. But when you put it in the X Games real ski contest, that's the only thing. He wasn't in X mode, you know. He was in Noah mode, and that was pretty cool that he just stayed true to like what he wants to do.
Very smooth and comfortable there. An amazing video from Noah. And we'll be back with more X Games Real Ski after this. Welcome back to World of X Games Real Ski. And before we continue, let's take a quick look at this recap shot on the iPhone 11. So much amazing action so far. I hope you all are enjoying this as much as I am, and we've got one more video left for you. It's an up-and-coming kid who looks to make an impact for that gold medal. Let's take a look at Sam Zahner.
Sam is definitely, I'd say, the freshest blood in this contest.
He had a breakout segment last season doing some gnarly huge features, as well as like really technical front three switch ups on elbow rails and all sorts of technicalities. To keep real ski fun and refreshing, we thought it'd be great to bring Sam out to join the crew to compete for those X Games medal.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Trying to take a nap before doing this street style stuff.
My name's Sam Zahner. I'm from Sparta, New Jersey. So here we got our 1999 GMC Safari.
We bought a van because we were making a movie, and
the back seat's like a full bench, 2-seaters right here.
I think the best moments are just listening to music in the van, all of us together, and just laughing about it and blasting it, sitting at the spot.
As old as it is, it's got pretty low miles. It's running good. All the doors are messed up though. Like, you have to take 3 rounds around this van to lock all the doors. You know, we pretty much have all the essential tools to go out and hit any sort of street spot and just to be fully prepared.
Yo, what about that ledge?
That is bigger.
Just hitting that ledge, that's probably too small.
It's great working with Gavin. We can kind of plan this out together and talk about how we want to shoot angles. He's real open and understanding to, you know, my thoughts and really takes them into consideration.
Garlic breadsticks. I can't do my job if you're doing your job too.
I'm just trying to show off Sam's skiing as best as I can. Whenever we go to a spot, we're always trying to make sure that we're capturing the entire context of the feature to show how Sam's skiing fits into that spot. I'm not trying to get so cineflexy that you kind of get detached from the skiing itself. So always the skiing is at the forefront of our ideas.
Yes!
After getting the invite, I went up to Bozeman, Montana.
Oh, we'll clean it up too.
Okay, will you please wear the helmet?
I might.
I would appreciate it if you wear the helmet.
Right off the bat, I took a pretty bad slam and knocked myself out.
Yo, go help him. He's knocked out.
Well, I'm officially putting a helmet on for the rest of this, I think, regardless.
You probably should.
It's like thinking this is like, oh, this is not that bad.
I think the worst part about it is sitting in the hospital.
His body like twisted and slammed.
That was aggressive.
Yeah.
It was like mouse trapped.
I got a CT scan on my brain, and they said there wasn't any bleeding. They recommended I take about 2 weeks off before getting back to skiing, and I took like a week and a half off and got a couple of shots, and I bumped my head ever so slightly with a helmet on and got another concussion.
After the second one, Calvin and I looked at each other and we were like, he's gonna have to call it. Like, he's probably gonna have to drop out of this.
And at that point, I was debating the whole thing. I thought I was gonna have to drop out of the contest. Then got back to it 2 weeks later from the second head injury and was able to pull it together and make a video that I think I would have been proud of regardless. My name's Sam Zahner, and this is my real ski video.
He had this 7 kink that he hit where the kinks are just super steep, super tight. You know he's gonna lace off the end, but what I didn't expect was this front swap to the flat at the very end. And it just totally blew my mind, wasn't expecting it at all. And it just showed his comfort and control, something so technical.
I'd say the one thing from the edit that I didn't like is putting in a crash shot with no land shot. I don't know what they're trying to say with that, but that's part of the game. We get hurt and there's no excuse, that's just what happens. So I didn't really understand why that was in the part.
We've seen all 6 X Games Real Ski videos. Now I have the opportunity to sit down with the other judges, all previous X Games Real Ski competitors, to debate, discuss, and figure out who's gonna be walking away with the X Games hardware.
Everyone brought something different to the table. Everyone had a different style, and everyone had some kind of creative and big element to their edits. So it'll be interesting to get together with the other judges and debate it and figure out who to put on top.
All of us judges have been real ski participants, so we know how much time each one of these guys have put into this video, and then to have to get on here and be like, I don't like that. It's like, I don't have no right to say that about his skiing, but in this particular situation, it's just how it's gotta be, so yeah, don't take it personal. Keep skiing, you guys are doing great.
Because you don't build a gap to rail just on a down rail like that. You need a fence or something in front to make it legit, and for me that wasn't too legit.
His was artistic, it started off with that kind of flowy intro, and it set the tone for the whole thing, and then the music, from start to finish, it was a great video. It's gonna be
It's gonna be really hard.
Yeah. Maybe the craziest year ever.
I mean, 6 amazing videos, more quality than I think we've ever seen. Nothing stands out as the worst or as the best. I think they all have it running at this point.
A lot of times these videos and who gets what place can come down to not their best shots, but what were their worst shots like, yeah. And I think that's somewhere where they start to separate out.
A lot of variety. I mean, what's the standout?
I feel like there's a video that has everything. And then how do you judge 2 videos that are pretty one-sided? They both did it extremely well. How do you separate those 2 guys?
And with overall impression being 40% of the score, the first watch is very important.
Yeah, really tough now that we've watched them like, I don't know, 20 times each, trying to hyper-analyze all these things. But like, really remembering, we do consider 40% of your score that like wow factor. Like, will you hit play again right away to like go back and freeze frame something? Like, I'm trying to remember as I write down like some notes, like what was that first impression? That's so much of it. I mean, the editing, the creativity, everything added in there, but that overall like initial hit is so big, so we can't like dissect them too long.
Who did what they did, what they do the best?
Yeah.
From my first viewing to getting down into that nitty gritty, my opinion was always kind of consistent.
Honestly, 6 amazing all urban parts. We could talk in circles about this forever because of how much we love this sport, but I think let's all break off. Let's do a rewatch of all the videos, make our final decision. We're gonna have to have a vote here because we're gonna be handing out some X Games hardware after this. Welcome back to World of X Games Real Ski. It's time to hand out the medals, but before we do, let's take a look at this quick recap. After much deliberation and a lot of discussion, a lot of arguing back and forth, we've come up with our top 3, and in 3rd place, taking home the bronze medal, Alex Hackel and his team, Per, Haben, Hagloon. Let's give it up for Alex. Great video. In 2nd place, winning the X Games Real Ski silver medal, we've got Émile Bergeron and his filmer, Paul Bergeron and Cam Willis. Yeah. And now the presentation of the X Games Real Ski gold medal. Let's see if we can get him on the phone. Hey Jake, how's it going, buddy? We got a little surprise for you.
No way.
Take a look at this. X Games Real Ski gold medal! Congratulations, buddy, dude.
Wow.
Much deserved.
You're kidding me, man.
Dude, you killed it, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations, man. We'll see you soon.
Beautiful thing. Thank you.
Yeah, much love. Peace.
Peace.
And that's a wrap on X Games Real Ski 2020. Congratulations to all the skiers and filmmakers on the amazing videos. I'm your host, Tom Wallish. We'll see you next year.